Elsam is Denmark's biggest producer of both electricity and district heating. Today, Elsam is a modern limited company operating on normal commercial conditions. But Elsam is also a concern with a long tradition, founded on the basis of 6 original power station companies in West Denmark. The bigger power stations produce the major part of the electricity and district heating for the largest townships in West Denmark. In addition, Elsam owns and operates a series of small power stations that produce both electricity and heating. Elsam's historical development was controlled by 2 guiding stars. 1, the consumer must have a reliable electricity supply, and 2, the operation may not show a profit or a loss. However, in the last 30 years, the energy market in Denmark has changed, following technological advances and with society's choice of different energy sources like oil, coal, atomic energy, natural gas, biomass and wind energy. It has therefore been a part of the challenge for Elsam to develop special technological solutions to be able to adapt every project to both different political aims and local conditions. By purchasing individual components themselves and constructing their own production plants, Elsam has both achieved a closer cooperation with suppliers and, at the same time, been able to include their own operations experience from the design phase onwards. It is this combination of creative plant experts and clever operators that can translate successful research and development into practice. Therefore, our personnel are absolutely our most important resource. They are vital for the future of the company, and this means that subjects like working climate, development of competence and communication are top priorities. For Elsam, it's always important to be better. Better to analyze the market today and tomorrow, better to develop sustainable energy plants, and better to utilize the most powerful resource we have, human beings. It is therefore our aim to influence future international environmental and energy policies. We will not just meet the demands of laws, but set even higher standards. One of Elsam's oldest and smallest waste-fired cogeneration plants was, as the first Danish plant, renovated to follow new severe demands for dioxin cleansing, several years before the demands come into force. Planning and developing new, efficient production plants has always been one of Elsam's most important business fields. 3 concepts are particularly important: competence, improvements, and environmental responsibility. This means that today our many decentralized plants use natural gas, biomass, or waste as fuel. This development is a great advantage in the cooperation with our partners abroad, where Elsam particularly focuses on power and heating, biomass, wind, and waste. In the future, consultancy will be one of Elsam's most important products. New plants are to be built, and many Eastern and Southern European plants are about to be rebuilt or renovated. This leads to a huge demand for consultancy at the highest professional level. Elsam's subsidiary, TechWise, is just made for this job. There are often great differences in local conditions, geographical, political, and cultural. But with our knowledge and know-how, we can create the best possible solutions for our partners. For us, consultancy means, in short, to ask and listen before answering. Selling energy is, however, without question Elsam's most important business field. It is precisely here that our high environmental standards and technological advancement will be advantageous in the future, where environmentally friendly electricity, without the emission of carbon dioxide, can be an attractive product. At Elsam, the research philosophy is, use today to think about tomorrow. This is also the reason why, since the end of the 1970s, we've researched into the production of electricity using wind turbines. Today, Elsam has a close cooperation with the Danish wind turbine producers, who have helped to make Denmark the world's biggest supplier of wind turbines. In addition, Elsam operates several big wind farms in Denmark, and more are on the way. Until today, it's been a matter of course to position wind turbines in the countryside. However, intensive research and technological development have enabled us to position them where the wind blows most, and most often, offshore. This is the reason behind the world's largest offshore wind energy project, the Horns Rev offshore wind farm, with its 80 huge wind turbines, each one of 2 megawatts. Elsam also invests heavily in a series of development projects together with research institutions, suppliers and universities. In this way, Elsam is up front in the development of advanced, environmentally friendly energy technologies like, for example, firing with biomass. For Elsam, the development of energy plants is, without question, connected with environmental responsibility. It's our environmental vision to be competent, responsible, and engaged in solving tasks to the advantage of our customers, employees, and the surrounding society. We know the environmental effects connected with our energy production, right through from nature's own fuel production to the customer's energy consumption. We can therefore direct our efforts with the help of certificated environmental management. Elsam also contributes to reduce global environmental problems by developing more and more efficient plants and by, to an increasing degree, utilizing fuels like natural gas, waste and biomass. Byproducts like fly ash, slag and gypsum are sold off to industry, and it's our aim to achieve 100% recycling of byproducts. Even though Elsam is known to be a business-orientated, stable and reliable partner, we've both the ability and the will to follow new paths. We believe it's important to look to the future and to take responsibility both for production and for the effects on our surroundings. As an entrepreneur for Danish environmental and energy policies, it's Elsam's aim to develop and introduce environmentally friendly technologies into Denmark and into other countries. With this frame of mind, Elsam has already placed itself in a leading position in those countries in Europe who give high priority to sustainable energy production, to the benefit of coming generations. This is quite simply what we understand by environmental responsibility.